It is patch day, update day, and boy oh boy, it's a big one. It's a big one. So I'm gonna suggest we're not gonna waste any time, and as has become tradition over here, when a new patch drops, we're gonna go over the notes one by one, take a peek at what's going on, you know, look at the interesting stuff, and then we'll play some matches. So let's just get into it, right? Here we go. So what do we have here? These are general changes. New costumes. I like him. I have him. I like him. New costumes are great. I mean, new. They're returning, but they're really good. They're amongst my favorites of DOA 5, so I'm glad they're back. Second thing, for bunny costumes and witch costumes, you can now pick the hat on different outfits. I like it. Some small quality of life, which is good. Adjusted Christy's posture during the feat. No idea what the change there is, but that is cosmetic. Fix an issue where half hit was displayed in the skill info for certain throws and holds. From what I understand, this is incorrect because half hits are not possible to happen on throws and holds. So it incorrectly shows some things as half hits, not anymore. Fixed issue where incorrect knockback values were displayed in the skill info for certain throws and holds. Alright. Some bug fixes. Added moves that were missing from the command list. This is good. So yeah, these are all moves that and some of these are usable moves, like Tina's 7KT. You use that all the time. That's a staple Tina move, to be honest. Is this something they just forgot why it isn't there? Hopefully the command list is complete. A couple of mistakes in the command list, that's good too. I'm not gonna go over these one by one, but you know, this is gonna be a patch notes where it's gonna be impossible to show every little thing unless you guys got a couple of hours. So yeah, mistakes in the command list, good shit. Corrected issues in combo challenges, which I'm gonna assume is because of different balance changes. The combos might either not work properly, and you can't complete it, which is a problem they've had before. I remember in DOA 5, at some point they changed the frames on a kick from Momiji, no, from Hitomi, and you couldn't actually complete the tutorial anymore. So if they've been here before. Fixed issues that allowed Calm, Lei Fang, and Lisa to use moves that were not available. Alright, we've seen that before with Kasumi and stuff. So yeah, that's good. Some fixes to the sci-fi bodysuits for phase 4. Was there something wrong with the lightning effects during her teleports? I don't even know, but it's fixed nonetheless. Alright, added adjustments to make sure that in cases when time runs out during a danger zone, danger damage will still be counted. That is big. I mean, it's big in the sense that I'm sure there's going to be people who have lost a match while they could have still gotten damage from a danger zone that, you know, maybe now they would have gotten a round or a match. And yeah, there's some exceptions, but you know, all in all, I think this is a good change. You know, once you hit a danger zone, that's something you did, that's damage you got. No more laying down. I like laying down. Yeah, it's still not like in DOA 5, and I'm gonna be honest about the ground game. I kind of don't want it to be like in DOA 5. That was a little too much, you know. The one who was on turn got a combo, and then the ground game was completely in his favor too. I feel like it is now is like a good in between, because the way it was before, it was kind of in the favor of the defendant, right? You could stay down, you were in control. I feel like this is going to be a good spot in between DOA 5 and OG DOA 6 ground game, you know. More danger zone changes. Oh yeah, you can doesn't allow additional inputs after a match ended. I don't see how that really matters, but you know, it's gone now. Adjusted gravity calculations for body models to reduce animation issues with a number of costumes. Dude, specify please. I wanted to know what's going on here. What was going on? I want to see shit go wrong. I wanted to know which costumes had problems. Anyway, let's get into the juicy bit, right? Let's get into the juicy bit. So before we get into it, I'm gonna say some changes are a bit universal. Like most of the characters are gonna have some changes to moves that are jumping but didn't crush lows. A lot of involving either moves that should be jumping or should crush lows or stuff along those lines. Every character got some changes on that. So I'm not gonna go over all those moves individually because the idea is the same. A lot of moves that look like they should jump over stuff now should, instead of how it was before. So those I'm not gonna go over one by one. Would have thought the adjustments was actually about the cloth physics. Yeah, where's OMG mode? OMG cloth mode. Damn. Alright, so let's get into this. High counter adjustment changed from 1.6 to 1.5, except in some situations where it's still 1.6. So that's, you know, that's actually, even though the number's not that big of a difference, it's a big change, honestly. It reduces the damage overall for high counters quite a bit in the long run. Like if you calculate it like over a match, that is gonna count. So yeah, specifics where it is 1.6. Successful high counter close hits on the first hit. The combined adjustment rate for high counter plus close hit has changed from 1.875 to 2. Alright, so high counter close hits are stronger. High throws against break holds, that's good. High throws against break blows, that's good. And offensive or defensive holds against break blows, but critical holds not included. What's more, high counter adjustments. Air follow-up adjustment from 45 to 60 for attacks following a launching high counter throw towards an opponent performing a critical hold after a wall critical. That's a pretty specific situation. I honestly, I don't know what the intent of this change is. I guess they wanna, either those situations weren't rewarding enough, or they wanna get people to do it more. I don't know. All right, what's more? Break blows, parrying phase adjusted to turn successful defensive holds into counter holds. That's good. Get punished. So yeah, this is basically the new ground game, right? So yeah, line hit reactions, added a ground attack hitbox from the frame at which text roll is possible until the end of the hit reaction when tech roll wasn't used during the following hit reactions, aka if people stay down they can now get hit. That is basically what they mean in all these situations, which, I mean, this is basically like, it's not all situations, but it's pretty much, you know, every one where you can tech, I guess, or pretty close to. But I don't know for sure. But in any case, this basically means ground game. So yeah, so the idea is if people stay down after one of these, which is most situations for a knockdown, you can hit them. Some here they do some changes, you know, like shorten the knockback distance to allow follow-up attacks. I'm not gonna go over these individually, but all of these changes, no matter what they are, they're all intended to make it so that, you know, following up for a ground attack is gonna be either possible or easier or whatever. So this is all changes to facilitate the ground game. Some stage stuff. Forbidden Fortune fixed the issue with Shaking Danger that prevented it from triggering when a character was pushed against the crates stacked in trees with a wall combo. Once in a while, these sort of things pop up in patch notes. I've never seen any of these happen, any of these weird stuff. But you know what? It's good that I've never seen it happen. And now I'm definitely not gonna see it because it's gone. It's good. Shaking danger. I'm gonna assume that's the one where you push them, like when you're on the top, and you push them into the wall that just, you know, the animation that they fall forward without going to the bottom. That one. Unforgettable upper level. Unified the adjustments made to the RPG danger zone. It's triggered by front of diagonal hits to the drum container in the hot zone area. Yeah, they changed something previous patch about it, I think. So yeah, unified the adjustments. So yeah, more fixes to it. Good shit. Unforgettable lower level. Fix the issue where the distance between characters during jumping over an obstacle at the electric notice board on Gambler's Paradise area didn't match coming and going. Alright? Dude, these are all like small, these are bug fixes, let's be honest, these are all bug fixes. What else do we have here? Fix the issue where fall danger zone failed to trigger correctly during some multi-hit moves. Alright, another bug fix. Guard breaks, fix the issue where fingertips appeared bended during some guard breaks. Alright. Guarding against Honoka's. Ooh, it's Honoka's fault again. It's always her. And how do they reward us? She becomes a grappler. Yeesh. So yeah, let's get into the character specific stuff. And again, a lot of this is changes to... So you're gonna see a couple of things return for most characters. One of them is this. So this is basically changing some moves, how, you know, the opponent reacts when you hit them in the air like that, which I think loops into the ground game. So a lot of moves changed to, let me show you. So a lot of moves changed to an animation like, how can I show this? Yeah, an animation like that, right? Where they fall back. I know for sure, for example, Tina has a move that used to just slam them flat down on the ground, that now you get that animation. So that's the idea behind those changes, and you're gonna see those on all characters. So again, I'm not gonna go over each of those moves individually because it's all the same idea. And this is something you're gonna see return a lot as well. Added invincibility to low attacks during jumps. So these are moves that, you know, the character jumps, but status wise, they didn't jump. So low hits still hit. So they're changing a lot of those. And also things like this, where low attacks would still hit during invincibility, some jumping attacks should have. So we're seeing a lot of that, like low crushing stuff is being fixed all around the board. So yeah, so for Zack, those are the only changes. I'm gonna advise you, if you specifically wanna look at the moves and what they do and what changed, you know, find your favorite character, go into training mode, because for sure this is all, you know, a lot of this is also gonna loop into, like, especially this is gonna hook into the new ground game. I think we're gonna see a lot of new setups, a lot of new combos for some characters. This is honestly, these are all small changes that add up to something that potentially might really change the game's meta, right? Yeah, those are good changes overall. Okay, next character, Keener. So yeah, these are all moves that end like with a slam that used to slam them into the ground. They now fall back, same thing, low attacks. Yeah, low crushing moves fixed, good shit. And her big boy throw gets buffed a little bit because why not? Yeah, this is to offset some of the earlier changes we've seen with the high counter damage and stuff. That's all this is. It looks like a small number, but you know, putting it through the multiplier of a high counter, it's gonna add up. Generally, all right, some moves getting this animation, some more low crushing jumping attacks, and this throw, I checked it out earlier, what the changes. So the damage is actually the same, right? So it's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Here it used to be 20, 25, and now it's 35, 10. But from what I can see, it actually looks like it just matches up with the animation of the throw better. Hayabusa. He has some more changes. Change some moves to this animation. So you see all characters are going with this, right? They all have the same changes. Low crushes to jumping attacks. And these are a lot of specific situations where it should happen. Fixed issue where low attacks still landed, so more fixes to low crushes. His Izuna drop, from what I can see, is nerfed a little bit, or like at least the hold. The Izuna drop hold, it's definitely nerfed. Only the holds got nerfed. They do like 80 damage, like the normal Izuna. Alright, that's good. So it's more like a normalization. I like that. Yeah, this one, I asked this before. So what apparently is the change, it used to be that if you did this throw on high counter, you get like, you know, 160% damage, and the follow-up was 100% damage. Now they changed it to 150%, right? But now the follow-up also does 150% damage, and that's specifically for all his Izunas that hit a ceiling and have like the tornado follow-up. So that's a buff, right? That's gonna do more damage in total, right? Kasumi, man, Kasumi got nerfed. Oh man, Kasumi got nerfed. Now we can all stop complaining about how good Kasumi is, because she got nerfed, alright? So yeah, some changes that we've seen before. So yeah, so like we've just established, these changes, even though, you know, it's across the board, they're making these changes, you know, for some characters like Tina, it does impact the viability or, you know, the usefulness of some moves. So definitely lab this. Definitely go into training mode with your character, lab this, or wait for other people to lab it, like I will probably do. Couldn't recreate the numbers on 66pp. 66pp with Kasumi? Kasumi, why? How could you not? Hold on, let me pick Kasumi here. So yeah, let's go over this. So yeah, change in animation, or like not animation, but you know. So yeah, they changed this. We've seen it before. 4KP added invincibility. That's good because she jumps. She should be going over stuff. Same here. A lot of moves. The Kasumi had it rough. There were a lot of low attacks that hit her during jumping attacks. So that's a good change. That's a bug fix, really. So yeah, 66p hit on P. How could you not recreate those numbers? Because this should be pretty straightforward, right? Minus 16, right? It's all moves that do this. All versions of that move are minus 16 now. My bad. Oh, I see what you probably were thinking about. The second P. Didn't think Kasumi would get nerfed, but you need. I'm halfway joking. The nerfs are not bad at all. It's like some. I mean, like her only guard break that was somewhat useful is now nerfed. But like you wouldn't use that all the time, and her strong points are still strong, right? So what they changed is this move, right? It used to be 0, and now it's, well, depending on how close you are, it's -4, -5. So that is a nerf, but because, you know, at 0 as a 9-framer, you're looking pretty good, right? Does anyone even use that move? You didn't see too much, but it definitely was a useful move, right? To throw people off. Other than that, so most of these, every move that's like 12, -12 to -16, that's like the follow-up punch I've shown. Was this 9 pp? Oh yeah, so this is the same change, these two. Oh yeah, so there was an issue where if you did P plus K, you know, if you did this, this wouldn't close hit. It actually happened quite a bit. And it should close hit. So that's actually, you know, not really a buff, it's a bug fix, but it's gonna deal more damage. As it should have. Yeah, and this is the same punch. So all in all, you know, I was joking because it's technically a nerf, but like it's not what makes Kasumi good. So in general, I don't think this update is hurting her. In fact, I think this update is helping her because these moves that should jump over lows, like Kasumi got hit by lows a lot during those moves, and this is actually probably offsets that one little nerf way more if anything else. All right, let's continue. Helena, low crushing jumps at it. Good shit. Fixed low crushing jumps. That still got hit by lows, and 2-2 in Bokuho adjusted hitbox to make mids with a ground hit property easier to land. You know what? I'll believe it when I'll see it. I'm still seeing clips of Helena ducking under the craziest shit. So I'll see it when I'll believe it. I'll believe it when I'll see it. Okay, Bass. So yeah, the new hit reaction in the air. I mean new, it's not new, right? But you know what I mean. Some more low crushing fixes. His throw got buffed a bit. Crouching next to wall throw got buffed a bit. So this is again to offset the earlier changes to the high counter stuff that changed. How's Bayman? Bayman's better. His axe kick is safe now. It's -5. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Right now we're at Kokoro. I'm actually gonna pick her in character select real quickly, because he does have a change that I want to show. So yeah, changing the hit reaction in the air, and then we get the stuff. So she has a couple. There's 2 moves that don't hit the wall anymore, which is great. For one specifically, as Beaver just said, 6-6 PK works at the wall, which I'm not a Kokoro expert, right? But I can see that this is combo potential, right? So 9 PP, this used to hit the wall, right? Not sure if it was only in the air or... Now it definitely doesn't hit at the wall. And this move used to hit the wall, but now it doesn't. Why is that good? Because she can throw from that. And again, I don't know Kokoro's combos at all, but you can imagine that's a buff, right? You can imagine that's gonna help her just with options. You got more options you can play around. Probably a flat out damage increase, if I'm gonna be honest. 6 XPK stapling combos. There we go. There we go. That says it all. So that's a big, good change. Other than that, I don't think too much change. I mean, it's a big change for her. Increases the height to stabilize juggles. That's good too. So yeah, all in all, I think Kokoro, good stuff. Ayate, yeah, changes to the reaction on hit and invincibility to low attacks during jumps. All right, we've seen those changes a lot. Lei Fang, invincibility. All right, same thing. Oh, K when jumping over an obstacle. Fix where you would go over an opponent if they did a low hold. That happened to... There were other characters, right? I think, was it Mary Rose or Niko? Some other characters had the same problem, which they fixed before. So that's good. Okay, by jumping over an obstacle, change the wall knockback distance from 3 meters to 0 meters. So what exactly is this one? Okay, when jumping over an obstacle, fix the wall, change the wall knockback distance. So did she use the jump 3 meters over the wall? Is that what it changed? Or what exactly got changed here? I'm gonna assume it has to do with the previous change. I don't think it's that important. Maybe we can check it out later, but I don't think it's that. It looks more like a bug fix, if anything. Ayane. Added invincibility to low attacks. Oh yeah, so again, added low crushing. Fixed more low crushes. And added jump and jump properties. Double jump. If anyone would get jump and jump properties, it would be Ayane, right? If anyone would get jump and jump. Elliot, only one little change, because as we all know, Elliot is perfectly fine, optimally balanced, you know, definitely not too strong. So yeah, more low crushing fixes. Lisa, low crushing fixes. Like I said, there's a lot of jumping, low crushing changes all across the board. Brett Wong, he has some interesting changes. So the hit reaction changes. Added invincibility to low attacks during jumps. All right. Fixed moves where lows would still hit during jumps. All right. Adjusted animation flow. Cool. These. Fixed hit reaction during front guard. To hits landed before straightening up. Direction of knockback hit reaction to standing count. Like these are. I don't play Brad Wong. I don't know how relevant. Like it says fixed, so I'm gonna assume things were not reacting and working as intended. I know there's, you know, like Comic Ari made a video. There's a lot of hitbox weird stuff going on with Brad Wong even before last patch. He always that weird stuff, so I'm gonna assume, you know, because it's like before straightening up and all that stuff, I'm gonna assume it has to do with weird hits not working or working when they shouldn't. And assume it has to do with that. Oh, dude, his close hit, like when he's lying on the ground and doing a little flip up kick, they reduced the distance from 2 meters to 1.1 to get a close hit. Which is good, because that move, closed hit, if he hit you with his tippy toes, he could barely touch you and still get the close hit. It was whack. It was completely whack. So yeah, the close hit, dude, that's a good nerf. It was ridiculous. And they increased damage on throwing in a handstand to a launch. So there's air throw. Christy. Oh boy. Christy. Dude, Christy mains have been pissed. Christy mains are pissed. And it makes sense, right? Because that's a big change. It's a big change. Actually, she gets a lot of changes, which most people are not talking about. So yeah, some more low crushing stuff. Let me quickly pick Christy here. Fixation with low attack. Still landed during. Okay. Forget the nerfs. New combos. Damn! So SS first hit, adjusted to reach to make sure follow-ups were possible after landing S on a sidestepping opponent. This is good because, and I've seen this for a couple other characters too. So using S, you know, the fatal rush, if you hit a sidestepping opponent, you get like a special stun that for most characters is gonna get you combos. But at least, you know, for some characters you couldn't really either follow up with this with the string, or you know, getting something off of it was really hard or impossible. So I'm seeing this change more. I'm gonna assume, you know, follow-ups. I'm gonna assume it you know, talks about actually continuing the fatal rush. Isn't that the 4th time they adjusted that? I don't know if they did it for Christy. But it's a change that definitely has happened before. Increased launch height on air hits to stabilize combos. That's good. Maybe new combos. Fix an issue that caused the move to go past an opponent. Alright. Man, I've never seen a Christy do a bad combo. Apparently it's possible. Just the upper limit of the hitboxes to stabilize combos. Alright. So use your Fatal Rush, Christies. Some small nerfs and damage. I don't know why. They seem like such small changes. I guess they might add up. I don't even know, are these combo staples or not? I wouldn't even know. Though her combo staple was like one move, I guess. So, but they took it away. I mean, they didn't take it away. It's only at the wall. One small buff here. Increased launch height on air hits to stabilize combos, alright. Change the post move status from standing to stooping position with a possibility to choose standing or crouching. Christy Mains, help me out here. What exactly is going on here? What exactly does this mean? So, could you not choose before? Is this like an added option? Let's continue until somebody answers. A little damage buff, little damage nerf, little damage nerf. Adjusted to land against wall. This is the big one. This is the one that got people up in arms. And I get it. Like, it's a staple, right? It was a staple. What are Christy combos? So this used to work because if you're not doing it at the wall, right? It's her bound. You've seen it. I don't even know the follow-up. But now you can't do it at the wall, which, you know, I'm gonna be honest, Christy Mains, I like this change. It's good. Her wall game was ridiculous. I don't know if this is gonna help the wall game in the way that I would want to. Like, she's still gonna have insane pressure, but at least, you know, you guys got really angry, so it probably was the right change. Any 9-framer nerve is a good one. Change damage, so more small nerves. Add a chain guard to 1 and 2nd hit. What does this mean? Add a chain guard? What's a chain guard? Dude, so often, once somebody tells me what it is, I'll know it, but the terminology they use isn't always force block. Oh, so like jailing? Comeback kicks, exactly. Dude, all these comeback kicks, crazy. Adjust the upper limit of the hitbox to make it easier to use while moving around. Okay. PK and Jack. Increase the launch height to stabilize combos. So, like, of course, the wall splatting is like a big nerf. I don't know enough about Christy to know, like, this is a lot general damage nerfs, but are there new combos possible or not? Yeah, 6k Jack P plus K now refloats, allowing new juggles. All right. Hey, so Christy players can hit the lab for sure. Gonna be fun, guys. You're gonna have more fun with the game. That's how you need to look at it. Alright, Hitomi. Nothing spectacular. She changed the hit reaction again. Invincibility during jump to lows and fixing more low crushes. As with most characters. Bayman. Hit reactions. Again, low crush fixes. And then his axe kick, right? That's like the kick where he, you know, puts his heel in your head. -5 on block, which is a welcome change. I guess -3 might have been better, but in general, across the board, -5, not bad. It's good. It's good. You know, 1 by 1 he's gotten small buffs before, so one by one he's getting there. Rig, hit reactions, fixed some low crushes, added jump and jump, fatal rush follow up on sidestep. So there's the same thing as with Christy, some fixes to that. Dude, oh, this is a change I love. Sidestep attack, 10 frames more recovery. I love this shit. You know why? His sidestep attack was so hard to throw punish. So hard. And it's not because it wasn't possible. The animation was just, you know, he did the kick, but he still had his leg in the air. So it was so weird to throw punish it, because you visually, you know, you missed it so much. It was so weird. So yeah, I think that's a good. I got hit so much by that stupid kick, Beaver. The change is fair. I agree. See, even rig mains know that was bullshit. And yeah, this is his bound attack. Adjusted the chain hits to correct the issue that made a critical hold possible on the third hit, even when the second landed. I didn't even know that was possible. I assumed it always just, once he got it, you got it, right? So all this time I could have just held him, and I didn't, and now I can't. I feel robbed twice over. Could have done it, never did it, and now I know I could have, and I can't. I've been robbed twice. Alright? Mila. Changed the hit reaction and added jump and jump properties. Alright. Mary Rose. Let's pick her, because there's some stuff. Mary Rose is interesting, because I don't... Like, it's definitely a buff, but it's gonna require some ladding to really get to the bottom of it. Because she definitely is gonna have new combos. That's for sure. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be new Mary Rose combos popping up that potentially are better. So let's see. Added invincibility to low attacks. Alright, that's good. Fixed low crushes, good. Changed it back. This has been, so it used to be 25. They changed it to 23 by mistake somewhere at one patch. People were happy because she actually could do different combos. They changed it back to how it quote unquote should have been, and now they're changing it back. Yeah, this move, these are like the 3 kicks. Increase the launch height, and kick during rondo, increase the launch height. But this has implications for her. All right, this actually changes potentially quite a bit. So so the first change, the change to this, right? It's only 2 frames. The difference is now you can actually do this. Hold on. Pretty sure it should work. Yeah, that wasn't possible, then it was possible for a little while, then it wasn't possible again, and now it's possible again. But it also helps at the wall, because one of her previous staple combos at the wall was, you know, if you did that at the wall, right? This. The 2 frames really make a difference in consistency, especially on like medium and heavyweights. It sometimes dropped depending on the stage, so that is going to help with consistency. Then 6H plus K, extra launch height, which means she can actually combo off it. And I've seen some stuff like in the pirate ship. She has big combos. I don't know them yet, but I'm definitely gonna look into it. But dude, look at this. Look at what she can do now. She has a lot, and look at this. The next one, at how high that launches again. I think it was like that in DOA 5. So look at all that combo opportunity, right? Look at this. Look at this. Her ult combo is this, right? Which actually does less damage. Hold on. Or wait, maybe without the... Yeah, that actually just what I just did right now. Hold on, that's not the one. What did I do? What did I do again? Dude, I even forgot. It went by so quickly. I did this. Dude, that's actually stronger, even if it's just a little bit. That's crazy. So, for Mary Rose, I think I'm gonna keep an eye on people who actually know how to play her properly and who are gonna be inventing all these crazy new combos. I think Mary Rose, that's a good change. Like I said, the actual details I'm gonna leave to people who actually know Mary Rose and are gonna find out way better combos than I possibly could. I look at combos and steal them. I don't invent them. I'm honestly not good at that. That's not like something I really can do well. It's like invent new combos. I'm really bad at it. So yeah, for Mary Rose, I like it. I'm curious to see how much more or better combos we're gonna see from Mary Rose. If there's gonna be way better combos, that's a good change. In general, I think, you know, it's a buff all around, you know, that's good. Neo Tengu. Hit reaction change in the air, alright. Low crush change, add a jump and jump property. Fix the sound effect. And then for 2 of her holds against jumping punch, fixed damage calculation taming for danger zone hits. Now that sounds like another lost in translation. Damage calculation taming? I'm gonna assume reducing. The hold part did 0 damage and only the danger zone applied. Oh, and now it does damage plus danger zone. Ooh, that's a big change. And taming made it sound like it's gonna get nerfed, but it's actually a big buff. Taming, dude, she's a tamer. She's got a whole zoo. She tames animals. She plays a ranger or a hunter in World of Warcraft. She tames animals. Honoka. Fixed some low crushes. Fixed this weird thing that I'm pretty sure has happened to me. So 6 PP fixed an issue where normal grab didn't trigger correctly after guarding 6 PP for characters who have a normal grab move for 2 frames from 4 frames. So it's worded really weird, but isn't this that you couldn't throw her even when you technically could? It just didn't, you know, it didn't grab her. That's at least how I remember it. Yeah, this is the Kokoro move adjusted to not land against the wall. So Kokoro gets buffed. Honoka gets buffed too, baby. Because she needed it. Honoka definitely needs buffs, you know? Wink, wink. Increase launch height to stabilize combos. Alright. Fix the issue where the character couldn't move after transitioning. Alright. So these, I'm not gonna go too deep into these because these are bug fixes, and I'm gonna assume if you play the character, again, this is a pretty big patch. Go to your character and read. If you want to go like into detail, read it for your character because there's gonna be some changes. Some damage buffs because why not? You know, she was already struggling so much. 6 speed during Burning Soul changed from... Oh, so it's faster. So it's actually the same, but it's... Startup is faster and you got 2 extra active frames. Okay. So total frames, in total still the same, but better. Though honestly, doesn't this make it easier to hold as well? Since it has more active frames, isn't it easier to hold? Because it says to make easier to use against holds, but aren't holds easier to do? And then dude, they made her a grappler. All her throws are faster. This is crazy, right? I don't know. I don't know what inspired them to change this. Why they think she needed it. I would agree with these changes if they took it away from Hayabusa. If Hayabusa was not a grappler speed, I would agree. But I'd rather Honoka be one than Hayabusa, but both of them? Come on. But yeah, that's a huge buff. That is a huge buff. So she is a 9-framer and the grappler. That is... Okay. Okay, so yeah. That's good for Honoka players and bad for everyone else. Good shit. Raidu. Hit reaction change in the air, alright. Low crushing changes, alright. Now this is a weird change in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what exactly they're trying to do with this. Change the follow-up ability frames from 20 to 30 to 25 to 30. So I'm gonna assume you have less time to follow up. But do they mean follow up with any move or with the next hit of the Fatal Rush? I feel like, dude, I feel like I need to learn Japanese and go to the original Japanese patch notes, because these translations, or they should clarify it a little bit more, because I don't know what this exactly means. With the second S, alright. So, what does this mean? You can delay it less? Is that what it means? Less window of being able to delay it? Anyway, they did that for the next hit too. Though here it's actually 2 frames more. 1 extra frame of active and 1 less recovery, alright. Finish change to a bit slower, alright. See, these are weird changes because it's like in the middle of the string. Does it even matter at that point? I guess for, okay, you know, a window for fatal for break holding, but I don't know, these, I don't know. I'm too dumb. I don't get these changes. I'm too dumb. And dude, his air throw changed the knockback from 3 meters to 5 meters. Dude, that's a nightmare, right? 5 meters of knockback. I'm gonna assume that also implies if you're 5 meters away from a danger zone, he's gonna throw you into that shit. It's like Leon all over again. That is wild. 5, that's far. 5 meters to throw. It drags the wall. Oh boy. Oh boy. But that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Diego. 1K, change the hit reaction, alright. Change move from, okay, 1 frame more recovery. That lead, oh yeah, so guard break becomes +5 instead of +6. Poor Diego. Only +5. Now, I'm not sure what that changes. I'm gonna guess there's some moves against 9-framers that aren't possible anymore. You know, to beat them out, to beat faster. But this is the big one, right? The big charge up punch he has went from plus 19, which meant he had a guaranteed launcher, to plus 10, which means it's still plus 10. That's good, but no guaranteed launcher. So that's a big nerf. That's a big nerf, because that was one of his. That was a dangerous thing, right? You had to hold it. You had to hold it or sidestep it, because I'm sure it didn't track. But if you were just blocking, you were fucked. And then they increased the damage on his attack throws, which, all right. Didn't know he needed damage buff, but okay. Just to hit against the walls. I didn't know it didn't do that. So his mid punch hold now hits walls. Okay, good shit. So you can expect a jab more often after it. It's still gonna be good, right? It's plus 10. Like he's gonna be able to pull out some moves anyway. Gonna be able to create some mix-ups for sure. Guess we're almost, yeah, we're nearing the end. Niko, all right, low crushing fixes, adding jump properties, changed guard from minus 30. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pick Niko because she has new moves as well. Dude, she has new moves. He needs damage buff on the attack throw. Diego, really? So what do we have? PPPK changed, so it's still minus 16 though. Minus 30, I guess minus 30, you could get guaranteed punished by a lot. So I guess it's better, right? PP, dude. So yeah, shorten the distance. PP2K. That's actually big nerf. So it's this kick. But actually, like, I don't know if it was used in any kind of setup, but what I do know is 24 frames lands it easily in reactable land, right? Like 20 frames, that would have been a close call. Like if you knew it was coming, you could get it, right? But now 24 frames, you could actually react it if you're fast. So yeah, I think that's a big nerf, to be honest. Let's see, just the hitbox to fix issues with move not working correctly. Okay, bug fix. Oh, they made that move safe. That's actually to be fair, that's actually not bad. It has some range. Okay, it's 20 frames, but still, I think it's a good mid-ish range poke now, if it's safe. It's alright, it's alright. Change damage, alright. I don't know if that really needed this kind of nerf. I mean, it's not that much, but you know, it's something. And do 2 new moves. So the new moves in the air, let's see. So this is one, which I think this one is going to be useful for positioning. You know, I don't think it's going to increase the damage of any combo, but it's definitely going to be a useful one for stage positioning bullshit. This one, I don't know. I don't know enough about Niko to know if this is actually going to help her in some way or improve combos, but all I know is it's a new move, and that's cool. I'm sure the Niko experts will find either use for it or not. But the punch version, I think definitely, even without knowing anything about her, you know, being able to switch sides and push him away, I can imagine situational, depending on the stage, might be really good. The kick is gone for danger zones. Oh yeah, so you can trigger them. 66k. Nerfed it a little bit. Just the hitbox. Okay, that's fixed. A little buff to this move. A little buff to this move, or maybe even more than a little buff. Okay, that's the same low kick made slower. And the voice over and sound effect for 2T next to a wall. Sound effect. T next to the wall. I don't even know what she used to. Was there like no sound effect at all? No voice? Anyway, that's like a little quality of life change. I like it. Phase 4. So yeah, hit reaction again. Some low crushing fixes again. Some fatal rush follow-ups on the sidestepping opponent fix. That's good. 9k added back the jump properties that were removed in the 1.11 update. So that's basically like her cartwheel kick. And it didn't have the jump property. That is crazy. People use that all the time on Wake Up. Wow. Okay. I can't believe it. It was removed in 1.11. That is 8 patches ago. I guess if we're following the numbering, that is 8 patches ago. And then 2T during Shifu. Adjusted controls to make it possible to use the move with a wider downward stick movement, 3 or 1 as well. So I guess if you do 1T or 3T, you still get the throw. Alright, that's good. I'm gonna pick her too because she also has a new move. So yeah, the new reaction, which is from her fan, which I don't know. Like of all the moves I've seen change to this, the fan kind of baffles me, though I guess a lot of her moves she can cancel into the fan. You know, like it literally says here, 6 PP into. Just take Niko's wall 2T, totally silent. Oh man, that's rough. Okay, so that's just forgotten shit. We're almost a year in, they finally fixed it. Good shit. So yeah, what else do we have? Some more low crushing fixes, okay. So yeah, again, you know, look at this, because like some of these moves might become viable on like on Wake Up if somebody does a low Wake Up kick. So I'm going over them pretty quickly because there's like they're technically bug fixes, but it might open up some options for you if you pay attention. So definitely do check these out for your character. All right. Just at the hitbox, standing. Just at the hitbox. Fix the issue with high attacks not landing correctly. Just her standing. I mean, I guess, you know, I mean, if you look at her standing position, I can imagine the hitbox not really working properly. I can imagine how that's happening. You know, she has gravity pulling at 2 spots really hard, you know? Gravity's pulling down at 2 spots at the same time really hard. Yeah, new move. I guess returning move, right? Which, you know, I think it's a good move. I honestly didn't play Mai at all in DOA 5. Don't know too much about her. I know she was annoying. But this seems like at least, you know, at least at the very minimum, it looks like a good whiff punish to get in. Because if you hit, you get a stun, right? Even like this. Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of other opportunities. I don't know if it's like I don't know anything about her. Yeah, it's not gonna be used in combos. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a useful move. You're definitely gonna see it. You're definitely gonna see it. I think it's a good move. Cooler. Now, is this IK or is this 1K? IK? What is that, like the name of a move? Ice something? Or is that just 1K written wrong? Is that like an error? Probably 1K. All right. So yeah, that's the hit reaction change. So it makes sense. That's probably a low kick. Fix some low crushing and fix the issue where counter adjustment was not applied after a successful counter, which is important. So that's a good fix. Momiji has a weird change that I don't think other characters have. It's a good change, but it's a bit of a weird one. She has like a slow-mo now. Well, let's continue. So yeah, KK is changed the hit reaction. Yeah, dude, for Momiji especially, dude, low attacks still landing while she was jumping happened all the time. It was a disaster. So I hope this makes her even more annoying, so I can definitely play against Seagull a lot with Momiji. It's gonna be all good. All gonna be good. Standing hitbox to match other characters. I think she was actually too big, right? What else do we have? Full charge, adjusted reach. Yeah, so it reaches a little bit more than full charge. But is that safer on block? We'll take a look at it in a second. And yeah, 1H has a slow-mo now. So that's a little bit of a weird one to me. So what did we have? That one. So +8. What did it used to be? I guess it was +6. Now it's +8? Or am I wrong? Hey, +8, not bad. Not bad. And then yeah, dude. Strike, low kick. Look at this! And to be fair, you know, like in a way it's a weird change because no other character has anything like this, you know, but they have added slow-mos to, you know, some holds. Yeah, I do like this change a lot because I'm gonna be honest, like if you were really focused on point with Momiji, you don't need the slow-mo. But my god, did I miss stuff with that all the time. Dude, this slow-mo is gonna save my ass so much. I already know it. It gives you that split second to react to it, right? That's a change. If you did a low hold, like, because sometimes that's what happens. You expect a low attack because, you know, it's like a read, you know, think it's gonna do a low. At that point, you don't know if it's gonna be a low kick or a low punch. So if it's a low kick, you weren't expecting it, boom, you just lost your combo and you did a hold and barely got anything in return. So this slow-mo is definitely gonna help with those situations, you know? And then who's next? Rachel. Yeah, the hit reaction. Now for Rachel, I think this actually helps her with her stomp game, right? This actually helps her with her stomp game, for sure. Fix issue where low attacks to land under the invincibility. Alright, so that's low crush fixes. That's like for the P plus K part, the part where she jumps. And then an animation issue. Alright, so that's it, dude. Those are some big changes. So yeah, again, like I went over all this, you know, hit reactions, the, you know, fixed things jumping over low attacks, but Like if I would have gone over this one by one, we'd be here for a couple more hours. Again, go into training mode with your characters. I'm sure there's going to be either nerfs or buffs for some characters. You might find out some new setups, especially with the new ground game. I think people are going to have some labbing to do, to be honest, to get back into a place of, you know, playing a little bit optimal, at least somewhat. Man, we can finally play some matches.